General Hospital spoilers hint that Carly Spencer may save Sonny Corinthos from a lethal syringe. Will Sonny's ex-wife play the hero and take down his menacing intruder? GA's weekly preview video shows a woman slipping into Sonny's hospital room wearing scrubs as a disguise. It seems Colette Moreau may pretend she's a nurse and carry out this next attempt to wipe out Sonny. Regardless of who Colette is actually working for and what her motives are, it certainly looks like she'll try to terminate Sonny with a syringe full of a fatal concoction. Sonny will be vulnerable in his hospital bed when this happens, so he'll be in desperate need of assistance. That's when Carly could sneak in and potentially bash Colette over the head to stop her. Then again, Carly might get into a bit of a wrestling match with Colette and end up jabbing her with the syringe in the struggle. Whatever the case, GA's writers just laid the groundwork for Carly to potentially save the day. In the April 21 episode, Jason Morgan approved of Carly going with Sonny to Los Angeles because he's going to need a lot more help than he thinks. That statement felt like the perfect way to set up this next attempt on Sonny's life along with Carly's heroic move. Jason will be right about Sonny needing more help than he realizes since he's about to face another close call. Carly could be the one to rescue Sonny from a grim fate and make sure he comes home to his family as planned. The show may be offering up the first signs of a Carly and Sonny reunion, so what better way to push them together than to have Carly keep her former flame alive? This could be good news for fans hoping Sonny and Carly might get a new chapter. Carly will support Sonny as he faces this heart surgery and will ultimately listen to his medical team's predictions about what's in store. However, the real point of Carly going on this trip may be to have her play rescuer at a critical moment. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Messy Syrup. It's me, Abby, here. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Keep watching. So let's dive into today's video. The latest General Hospital spoilers for April 21 to 25, 2025 promise a week of intense confrontations and shocking revelations in Port Charles. Key storylines revolve around strained relationships, risky decisions, and undercover operations, keeping viewers on edge. Sasha Gilmore Corbin faces scrutiny from Jason Morgan after admitting she accepted a $250,000 deal from the dubious Jen Sidwell. Despite defending her choice as a means to secure her child's future, Sasha's discomfort with the arrangement sparks tension. Meanwhile, Jason grapples with personal heartache as his son Danny confesses his longing for Sam, deepening their emotional bond. Across town, Drew Kane delivers a surprising blow to Willow Corinthos, reacting strongly to her seeking Jason's help. This escalates tensions, especially as Willow reconsiders her decision to appoint Drew as her children's legal guardian, a move that could ignite conflict with Carly Spencer and Michael Corinthos. Carly, meanwhile, insists on supporting Sonny Corinthos during his heart surgery in Los Angeles, despite his reluctance, raising questions about their complex dynamic. Elsewhere, Jordan Ashford takes a bold step by infiltrating Sidwell's organization, ending her relationship with Isaiah Gannon to focus on the mission. Anna Devane warns of the dangers, but Jordan remains resolute. At Deception, Maxie Jones and Brooklyn Quartermain fire CFO Natalia Ramirez after her ties to Sidwell surface, prompting Sonny to back their decision despite Natalia's pleas. Lucas Jones confronts Marco Rios about his connection to Sidwell, probing whether their meeting was orchestrated. Marco insists his feelings are genuine, but Lucas remains wary. Simultaneously, Jocelyn Jacks and Emma Scorpio Drake clash over past jealousies and perceived favoritism, setting the stage for a heated showdown. The sudden death of Sonny Corinthos has triggered a seismic shift in Port Charles, destabilizing alliances and redefining power structures. This report analyzes the unfolding developments, including the unexpected hairs, brewing conflict, and the emerging leadership reshaping the city's underworld. The presumed death of longtime mob figure Sonny Corinthos has set off a cascade of events throughout Port Charles. Following a fatal heart surgery in Los Angeles, his absence has created a substantial power vacuum, disrupting the long-standing criminal equilibrium. The fallout from this vacuum is escalating into a full-scale turf war, pulling in multiple factions from both legal and underground circles. Public mourning for Sonny has uncovered previously unknown aspects of his dual nature, philanthropic gestures paralleled by whispered crimes. Testimonies from civilians and law enforcement alike paint a portrait of a man who navigated the murky boundary between protector and predator. Sonny's will, overseen by attorney Diane Miller, contains hundreds of clauses tied to foreign bank accounts, cover agreements, and unknown heirs. The most controversial clause declares Carly as the sole inheritor of both his personal assets and his criminal empire, effectively sidelining Jason Morgan, Michael Corinthos, and Sonny's other adult children. The unexpected inheritance has fractured the Corinthos family. Michael, once considered the likely successor to Sonny's legitimate business interests, is blindsided. Dante is disillusioned by the token inheritance, while Christina is emotionally destabilized. Even younger family members express confusion and concern over Carly's new position. Sonny's concealed relationship with his presumed deceased son Morgan is brought to light through encrypted communications and financial trails. Additionally, Sophia, a woman claiming to be Sonny's daughter, has been verified by DNA testing, adding to the growing complexity of the Corinthos lineage. Carly, thrust into control of a volatile empire, begins consolidating authority. Transitioning from grieving widow to strategic leader, she commands allegiance from Sonny's former associates and issues a decisive ultimatum: loyalty or exile. Her evolution marks the emergence of a new leadership model in Port Charles' criminal structure. Jason resumes his operational role with methodical precision, targeting those involved in Sonny's orchestrated demise. Michael, traditionally business-focused, now leverages his corporate influence for tactical retaliation. Both aligned fully with Carly, forming a new axis of authority. A forensic inquiry led by Spinelli traces financial transactions implicating Brennan Sidwell in Sonny's assassination. These findings reveal pre-surgical bribery, followed by the suspicious death of Sonny's surgeon, erasing a critical witness. The emerging narrative is one of a premeditated takedown facilitated by corporate shell companies and intelligence-level planning. Brennan, cornered and desperate, escalates from legal obstruction to violent retaliation. Jason and Michael suffer targeted attacks, transforming the investigation into a retaliatory campaign. Carly galvanizes the organization for war with a renewed mandate: vengeance at all costs. As pressure mounts, Carly becomes increasingly paranoid, mistrusting even allies. Her deteriorating mental state raises concerns over decision-making integrity, although her operational efficiency remains intact. Meanwhile, Brennan is reportedly mobilizing mercenaries, signaling an imminent confrontation. The post-Sonny era in Port Charles is defined by aggressive power restructuring, unresolved betrayals, and the emergence of a new leadership core. Carly, flanked by Jason and Michael, now leads a unified front dedicated to avenging Sonny's murder and restoring control. However, the path ahead suggests continued volatility with the potential for large-scale conflict. Fans watched Brooklyn Ray Silzer play Emma on General Hospital for over a decade. However, the character had since been recast with Braden Bruner. Silzer recently took to social media to talk about the recast and her time on the soap. Silzer first joined General Hospital as a child actress back in 2011, playing Emma Scorpio Drake. Lasting in the role well until 2023, Emma served as one of Silzer's first acting roles. Emma had been played by a variety of actresses beforehand, with various sets of twins playing the character as a baby. Francesca Sistone briefly played the character for 5 episodes in 2011 before Silzer took on the role. In 2024, Silzer would leave the role, with Emma being recast with actress Braden Bruner. As noted by Soap Opera Digest, Silzer recently spoke out about the decision to recast the character. Taking to X, the actress started out her post thanking fans and the show. Silzer wrote, "A little note to my General Hospital family and fans who have loved me over the years, Bixaxo. To my amazing General Hospital family who have supported me and watched me grow up over the years as Emma, I am forever grateful. Although sad my time as Emma has come to an end, I will cherish all of my memories and friendships made. I am so lucky to have been casted as Emma 13 years ago, and to have had the opportunity to grow her character over the years." The actress also made sure to send her well wishes to Bruner. As she wrote, "I am so excited to see how Braden takes care of Emma and bring new layers to her character." Silzer finished the post, writing, "I am forever thankful for General Hospital, and Emma will always hold a special place in my heart." She ended the post with a heart emoji. Soap Opera Digest also shared comments Silzer made about working on General Hospital back in 2015. As she shared, "Everything. Everyone is so kind and sweet, and they all really feel like family. I have been there half of my life and love every minute I get to spend there." The publication also highlighted accolades Silzer has received over the years for her role on the soap. Back in 2016, she notably earned a Daytime Emmy nomination for Outstanding Younger Actress in a Drama Series. Soap Opera Digest also discussed talking with Silzer back in 2023. At the time, it was mentioned she was interested in nursing school, something the publication thought was fitting for an actress tied to General Hospital. As Silzer noted at the time, "I've been applying for nursing school. That takes up most of my time. I'm taking pretty hard classes this year, but I'm hoping to stay local for college. Maybe I can come visit General Hospital more often. That would be really cool." Chris McKenna may bring the drama to General Hospital as Jack Brennan, but off-screen, he recently shared a bit of joy with fans, and it has nothing to do with Port Charles. The actor took to social media with a sweet family moment that left followers smiling and swooning. "Please will see the newest member of the McKenna clan, my nephew, Preston Jet McKenna." He wrote in an X post on April 18, proudly showing off the sleeping newborn wrapped in a soft blanket. The name Preston Jet already sounds like a future heartthrob in the making. Fans were quick to respond with love and congratulations, clearly thrilled to celebrate the new arrival alongside McKenna. Many commented on how peaceful and perfect little Preston looked, while others joked that the next generation of soap stars may have just been born. McKenna, who also made his mark as Mark Harding on The Young and the Restless and Joey Buchanan on One Life to Live, has always been a fan favorite for his charm, both on and off screen. This glimpse into his real life shows a softer, proud uncle side that viewers don't always get to see. General Hospital spoilers and updates tease it might be Carly Spencer's turn to save a life this week. She goes with Sonny Corinthos to Los Angeles. Carly is with Sonny for his open-heart surgery. She insisted on going after he revealed it to her last week. The promo shows someone with a syringe. Will Carly stop her? It wouldn't be the first time Jack Brennan's assistant, Colette Moreau, went rogue, or did she? She was supposedly rogue when she ambushed Valentin Cassadine in that cafe where he showed up with Charlotte Cassadine to meet with Lulu Spencer. This is what spurred Valentin to attempt to poison Brennan with polonium at the spa in Baden-Baden. But unfortunately, Carly was the one to drink the champagne. Jack saved Carly's life with an assist from Anna Devane, who called Robin Scorpio Drake for the antidote, which thankfully arrived in time and worked. But now Sonny's life is in danger with someone who looks a whole lot like Colette aiming a syringe at Digitalis, or even worse, polonium. And will Carly be able to save him? It would be easy for Brennan and Colette to plot to kill Sonny with Digitalis, since a dead and disappeared Cyrus Renault would be the perfect scapegoat. But Sonny wakes up and sees his attacker with the syringe coming towards him. so that means she has to succeed, or they can't use their fallen fall guy Cyrus. A very limited amount of people know where Sonny is having his surgery, although Natalia Ramirez knowing could tie his murder to Jen Sidwell should it succeed. But if Carly recognizes Colette dressed up as a nurse, it'll raise her suspicions, or maybe not. Jack could tell her he's sending his assistant for Sonny's protection, because Carly trusts him and tells him where she's going and why. If Carly does come into Sonny's room and see Colette with her murderous syringe and stops her, saving Sonny's life, will it be her wake-up call about the duplicitous Brennan? Jason Morgan has warned her many times Brennan was not to be trusted, but she just wouldn't listen. She can't see the forest for the trees, let alone the big bad wolf. On the other hand, there is another possibility that even Brennan may not realize. Is his assistant Colette the duplicitous one, working for Sidwell on the side? When it's hard to tell the good guys or girls from the bad ones, it's a terrifying situation. In the upcoming episode of Friday, April 25, Carly will get news on Sonny's prognosis. Will she find out he'll live, or will he die? The upcoming twist on General Hospital promises high-stakes drama as Sonny Corinthos of life hangs by a thread once again. As he prepares for surgery in Los Angeles, his vulnerability opens the door for a calculated and potentially fatal ambush. This latest threat may finally expose the mastermind behind Sonny's string of recent attacks. The General Hospital weekly promo teases a mysterious woman entering Sonny's hospital room. She wears scrubs, but her face is familiar. It looks like Colette Moreau. Fans will remember Colette as the rogue WSB deputy chief known for her reckless behavior, like when she shot Valentin in Prague. This time, it looks personal. Sonny's asleep and defenseless, and Colette seems to be prepping a fatal injection. The tension is sky high. Could this be Colette acting on Brennan's orders? Maybe. But her history shows she often acts without approval. She's unpredictable and bold. Brennan's past scolding proved he couldn't always control her. There's a darker possibility. What if Colette isn't just rogue, but working for someone else? Jen Sidwell or another hidden villain might be pulling her strings. Also, Brennan's connection to Carly complicates things. Would he really risk her wrath by targeting Sonny again? As the fake nurse creeps towards Sonny, syringe in hand, suspense builds. Will Sonny wake up in time? Could he fight back and use the syringe on Colette? Or will someone, maybe Carly, burst in for a last-second rescue? General Hospital thrives on shocking turns, and this scene sets up a terrifying climax. Fans should brace themselves. The attack's timing during surgery feels calculated, too perfect to be random. If Colette's behind it, is she acting alone? Or is she a pawn in a bigger game? Whether Brennan, Jens, or someone else pulls the strings, the truth could shake Port Charles to its core. The mystery will only deepen from here. In recent General Hospital episodes, Carly Spencer and Sonny Corinthos embark on a pivotal trip to Los Angeles, reigniting speculation about a potential reunion. As Sonny faces a risky heart surgery, Carly's unwavering support highlights their deep, complex bond, rooted in shared history and co-parenting. Her presence during this medical crisis, coupled with encouraging words and consultations with Sonny's cardiologist, underscores her dedication, despite their past as exes. However, the storyline takes a darker turn with hints of sabotage. Jen Sidwell, a looming threat, may exploit insider knowledge to disrupt Sonny's procedure, raising stakes and tension. Meanwhile, Carly's romantic entanglements complicate matters. Her relationship with Jack Brennan seems doomed due to his web of deceit, potentially paving the way for Sonny to mend her broken heart. This lay adventure could be a turning point, drawing Carly and Sonny closer as they navigate emotional and physical challenges. Elsewhere, Port Charles faces its own drama. Natalia Ramirez's reckless disclosure of Sonny's condition to Sidwell puts her in jeopardy, while the Deception HR department grapples with controversial staffing decisions. Willa Corinthos confronts lingering issues with Michael, and Kirsten Storms faces scrutiny over alleged plastic surgery, sparking online debates about her appearance. Additionally, fans clamor for the Zachra family's return, with Brandon Barish's availability fueling hopes for a comeback. As General Hospital teases intense developments from April 21 to May 2, 2025, viewers can expect emotional reunions, betrayals, and high-stakes medical intrigue. Stay tuned for updates on whether Carly and Sonny's enduring connection will lead to a romantic revival or if Sidwell's schemes will upend their plans. The latest General Hospital episodes bring dramatic developments, with shifting alliances and intense confrontations unfolding in Port Charles. Here's a concise summary of the key spoilers for the week of April 21 to 25, 2025. Sonny Corinthos faces a critical moment, reluctantly accepting Carly Spencer's support as he prepares for heart surgery in Los Angeles. Carly's insistence on accompanying him sparks tension, while her quick thinking provides a cover story to maintain secrecy. Meanwhile, Jason Morgan confronts Sasha Gilmore Corbin over her risky $250,000 deal with Jen Sidwell, questioning her motives and urging her to reconsider her choices. Elsewhere, Jocelyn Jacks and Emma Scorpio Drake clash in a heated exchange, revealing long-held resentments and jealousies. Their confrontation, sparked by a chance encounter behind General Hospital, exposes personal insecurities and past rivalries, setting the stage for further drama. At Deception, Maxie Jones and Brooke Lynn Quartermain navigate a crisis involving Sidwell's shady dealings, leading to the abrupt firing of CFO Natalia Ramirez. This decision, backed by Sonny, raises questions about the company's future and its reliance on Sidwell's resources. Legal and personal battles intensify as Alexis Davis faces pressure from Sidwell to hire his son Marco, despite her reservations. Jordan Ashford defends her decision to temporarily end her relationship with Isaiah Gannon, prioritizing her undercover mission to dismantle Sidwell's operations. Meanwhile, Willow Corinthos makes a bold move by appointing Drew Kane as the legal guardian of her children, a decision that could strain her relationship with Michael and provoke Carly's wrath. As secrets unravel and stakes rise, Port Charles braces for more surprises, including potential betrayals and dangerous encounters. Stay tuned to General Hospital for the latest twists in this gripping saga. In a dramatic pivot that is shaking the foundations of General Hospital, major plot developments are reshaping key character arcs in Port Charles. Central to this upheaval is the official recast of Michael Corinthos, now portrayed by Rory Gibson. The transition is more than a cosmetic change. It's a re-engineering of the character's motivations, emotional depth, and future trajectory. The announcement of Rory Gibson stepping into the role of Michael has had seismic effects within the storyline. Known previously for his role in The Young and the Restless, Gibson introduces a darker, more assertive Michael. No longer the compassionate son living under Sonny Corinthos' shadow, Michael is being positioned as a dominant force poised to reclaim control, both personally and within the wider Corinthos legacy. Simultaneously, Willow faces her most emotionally devastating chapter. Disillusioned by Drew Kane's secretive legal maneuvers and shaken by Michael's transformation, she flees Port Charles with her children, Wiley and Amelia, heading to Germany where Michael is recovering from burn injuries. This move is not mere escapism. It is a desperate act of survival and maternal protection, following her discovery that Drew deceived her into signing over temporary guardianship. The custody documents, signed in a moment of misplaced trust, placed Drew in a powerful legal position. Though not biologically related to the children, he now holds official decision-making authority. This revelation not only turns Drew into a formidable adversary, but positions him as a manipulator wielding parental rights for strategic leverage. Michael, stripped of legal standing but unwavering in his biological and emotional claim, begins to prepare for a legal and moral counteroffensive. Further intensifying the narrative, Jason Morgan emerges from the sidelines to support Michael. Once known for his loyalty to Sonny, Jason now aligns with Michael in a strategic defense against Drew's expanding influence. This alliance repositions Jason as the protector of the next generation, recognizing that failing to act would allow Drew's power play to dismantle the Corinthos family legacy. Carly's opposition to Willow's departure ignites further emotional volatility. Viewing Willow's actions as a betrayal of Michael, Carly pressures her relentlessly, adding to Willow's psychological strain. The once trusted relationships are now riddled with suspicion, judgment, and conflicting agendas. Willow, trapped between Drew's legal grasp, Carly's moral condemnation, and Michael's unpredictable return, is left with no clear path forward. As Michael emerges from his physical recovery, it is not a return to normalcy, but a complete character evolution. Driven by betrayal and the loss of his family, he begins adopting calculated, even ruthless tactics, reminiscent of his father's darker inclinations. The possibility of him stepping into Sonny's role in the underworld becomes increasingly plausible as he forms new alliances, infiltrates Drew's circle, and uses economic power to destabilize his opponents. In a final twist, the series confirms Chad Duell's return as Michael Corinthos. His re-entry not only reinvigorates longtime fans, but also signals a pivotal moment in the show's trajectory. This version of Michael is more complex, psychologically tormented, and aggressive in his quest for justice. His goal is no longer reconciliation, it's retribution. The current storyline marks one of General Hospital's most dynamic shifts, with characters like Michael, Drew, Willow, and Jason being redefined through legal battles, emotional betrayals, and power plays. The show is steering toward a climactic confrontation. Michael's rise from a sidelined father to a dominant figure challenging the moral and legal boundaries of Port Charles promises a compelling arc filled with consequences no one can avoid. In the latest turn of events on General Hospital, Sonny Corinthos is targeted in a meticulously orchestrated hospital infiltration. While recovering from a recent trauma, Sonny awakens to find a figure disguised as a nurse looming over him, syringe in hand. The intruder bears a striking resemblance to Colette Marraro, prompting immediate questions about motive and affiliation. The incident underscores the sophisticated tactics being employed against Sonny, weaponizing the sanctuary of a hospital to stage a near-fatal encounter. Whether an ally such as Carly Spencer arrives in time to prevent tragedy remains uncertain. Colette Marraro's actions suggest a departure from standard WSB protocol. Formerly seen as deputy chief under Jack Brennan, she now operates outside the agency's command structure. A recent unauthorized assault on Valentin Cassadine in Prague exemplifies her deviation. This has led to speculation about her true role, whether she's a double agent, part of a deeper faction, or personally motivated by vendettas against the WSB. Theories also suggest she could be collaborating with antagonist Jen Sidwell, or alternatively, acting on secret WSB orders hidden from Brennan. A calculated explosion at Sonny's penthouse escalated the conflict significantly. Executed using advanced technology, the blast left no trace, signaling both technical acumen and strategic intent. Michael Corinthos, critically injured in the blast, adds emotional weight to the already dangerous situation. Initial investigation points to the WSB, yet evidence quickly dissipates. Meanwhile, the timing of Sidwell's relocation to Windermere intensifies suspicions of his involvement. Whether Colette facilitated the attack remains unclear, but potential ties to Sidwell deepen the narrative complexity. The broader implications of these assaults ripple across Port Charles. The city's underground power structure is under threat, and Sonny must now identify the architect behind the attacks. The WSB's internal fractures, exemplified by Brennan's inability to manage Colette, expose vulnerabilities that others may exploit. These emerging fractures could lead to the rise of competing factions, each pursuing its own agenda. Beyond operational implications, the emotional consequences are profound. Michael's condition unites his family in crisis mode, while Sonny grapples with the erosion of trust and safety. Carly's entanglement with Brennan introduces emotional and strategic complications. Their evolving dynamics offer a nuanced portrayal of interpersonal loyalty under extreme pressure. Analytically, several scenarios arise. One posits that Colette's rogue behavior stems from a vendetta, perhaps tied to personal loss inflicted by a WSB mission gone awry. Another theory suggests that the hospital infiltration was a distraction designed to obscure a simultaneous power grab elsewhere in the city, such as control over the docks or financial infrastructure. Writers leverage Hallmark soap opera mechanics, cliffhangers, false leads, and intersecting plotlines to maintain suspense. Colette's ambiguous allegiance and Sidwell's unclear role function as narrative red herrings, reinforcing viewer uncertainty and engagement. The hospital infiltration, explosion, and clandestine maneuvering collectively position Port Charles as a chessboard of strategic moves, where loyalty is transient and danger is omnipresent. Shifting focus, the narrative pivots to revelations surrounding Gio's true parentage, uncovering a hidden connection to Brooklyn and Dante. The emotional implications of this discovery are vast, with ripple effects set to destabilize relationships, trust, and family structures across Port Charles. As this storyline unfolds, it promises a blend of personal reckoning and legacy-defining consequences. In a seismic twist that will leave longtime General Hospital fans reeling, the heart of Port Charles beats a little slower this week as one of its most iconic figures, Sonny Corinthos, faces a battle he cannot win. A trip meant to bring hope instead brings heartbreak, forever altering the lives of Carly Spencer, Sonny's children, and the very fabric of the mob dynasty he built. The journey to Los Angeles was supposed to be a turning point, but only one of the legendary duo, dubbed Carson by fans, returns. What begins as a desperate medical pilgrimage quickly spirals into an emotional epic. At the center of it all is Sonny Corinthos, a man who has weathered every storm thrown his way, from mob wars to betrayals, amnesia to violent vengeance. Yet none of those challenges could prepare him for the quiet, insidious enemy within, his failing heart. After months of ignoring the growing signs, brushing off pain and palpitations as stress or age, Sonny finally faces a grim reality. His next heartbeat is not guaranteed. The doctors have spoken plainly. Delay this surgery, and you may not survive the week. The news sends a ripple through his tightly guarded inner circle. Among the first to learn the truth is Jason Morgan, his ride-or-die confidant, who wastes no time informing Carly. The revelation knocks the breath out of her. Sonny, the indestructible man, her equal in strength and stubbornness, was going to surgery alone. Unacceptable. The shock gives way to fury, and then to resolve. Carly boards the private jet to Los Angeles not as an ex-wife, not as a co-parent, but as Sonny's partner in a fight neither of them wanted, but must face together. Their flight is somber, heavy with unspoken memories and unhealed wounds. Shoulder to shoulder in the sleek jet cabin, they fly above the clouds but remain grounded in emotion. For once, words fail them. They've always known how to fight, but how does one prepare to say goodbye? There's a tenderness that lingers in every glance, a fragility that's rarely afforded to warriors like Sonny and Carly. Los Angeles brings no comfort, just sterile hallways, white lights, and doctors with somber expressions. Sonny, usually a commanding presence, walks these hospital corridors like a man disarmed. He is no longer the mob boss of Port Charles. He is a patient with limited time. Surgeons rattle off risks: massive bleeding, heart failure, stroke, death. Carly listens, her heart hammering louder with every word. She signs papers with trembling hands, praying she won't regret the weight of her signature. The night before the surgery, they share a rare moment of vulnerability in a quiet hotel room. Sonny apologizes, not for his crimes or conquests, but for the pain he caused her. Carly, in return, lays her hand on his and tells him the truth. "We've both been through hell and back. But I'm here with you now, and that's what matters." It's not a promise of forever, but it is a promise of the moment. And for them, it's everything. As the sun rises over California, Sonny is wheeled into the operating room. Carly walks beside him until the doors close behind his gurney. Then she waits. Hours pass. She clutches an old photograph of Sonny and their children, worn from years of being hidden in wallets and drawers. The hospital feels like a vacuum, swallowing time and hope alike. Inside the OR, surgeons work with precise skill. The camera lingers on monitors and machinery, every beat marking the delicate dance between life and death. The tension becomes unbearable when one of those beeps transforms into a flatline. A flurry of motion erupts, shock paddles, shouted commands, desperate attempts to revive the heart that once ruled Port Charles. Carly, watching from behind a glass partition, collapses to her knees as doctors fight and fail. The silence is deafening. A doctor steps out, removes his mask, and with a simple shake of the head, confirms the unthinkable. Sonny Corinthos is dead. Carly's scream never leaves her lips. It dies in her throat, smothered by tears and disbelief. She clutches the photo to her chest, as if she can will him back into existence. But there is no miracle this time, no second chance. Only the empty space where Sonny's fierce presence once stood. The return to Port Charles is ghostly. Carly rides in silence, Sonny's ashes in a wooden box by her side. She watches the clouds outside, numb, as the plane cuts across a sky that feels too vast for her grief. Back home, the town has already heard. Michael, Jason, Dante, even Sonny's enemies. Everyone feels the impact of his death like an earthquake. His absence is a vacuum that swallows breath and balance. At the funeral, held beneath the ancient oaks of the Corinthos estate, the air is thick with sorrow. Mourners dressed in black line up in silence. Michael grips Christina's hand. Jason stands stoically, shoulders rigid. Dante's badge gleams under his tear-filled eyes. The entire underworld stands still, momentarily united in their loss. Carly, draped in black, stands before the casket. Inside, Sonny's face is serene, the weight of the world finally lifted. She holds a white rose, wrapped in black ribbon, and steps forward. Her voice cracks as she begins to speak. He was fire and fury, but also kindness and loyalty. He was my partner, my pain, my passion, and now he's gone. The camera pans over the gathered faces, Michael's silent tears, Jason's clenched jaw, Ava's shock, Nina's sorrow, and finally returns to Carly, who stands tall despite her heartbreak. Carson's chapter has closed, but their story will echo in the halls of General Hospital forever. Carly returns alone, but never the same. And Port Charles will never forget the man who gave it everything, and the woman who loved him until the very end. Wedding bells are ringing for Maurice Bernard and his family. The actor shared the wonderful news that his daughter, Cassidy, is engaged to marry her longtime boyfriend, Anthony Camerata. Sharing a photo of the smiling couple, the actor revealed on Instagram that Camerata popped the question while the young couple was traveling abroad. "My baby girl, Cassidy, is getting married to a great man," the proud father of the bride announced. They went to Japan, and he surprised her in Tokyo Disneyland. It truly is a fairy tale. The engagement coincided with Cassidy's 26th birthday, which fell on April 18. Ahead of their vacation, Camerata penned a lovely tribute to his lady love on Instagram, sharing a gallery of favorite photos of Cassidy, including some from Japan. "Happy birthday to my favorite person," he wrote. "Cassidy, you are not only the most amazing person, but no one makes me laugh harder than you do. You have such a caring heart, and I love that about you. You're selfless, and the way you care for animals, especially our dogs, is beautiful to watch. I'm so happy we get to celebrate you in Japan. I love you so much. Next up, Star Wars Celebration, then Tokyo Disneyland. Camerata's message to Cassidy was met with the stamp of approval from his future father-in-law. Beautifully said, my son, praised Bernard. In addition to Cassidy, Bernard and his wife, Paula, are parents to daughters Kaylee and Heather, and son Joshua. Of course, GH fans know Joshua Bernard from his time on the soap as Adam, a former classmate of Jocelyn's at Port Charles University. The Bernards' elder two daughters are both already married. With her dad officiating the ceremony, Kaylee exchanged vows with Carlos Avila in June 2020. The couple have since welcomed daughter Tiana and son Milo. Meanwhile, Heather, Paula's half-sister, whom Bernard and his wife legally adopted when she was 15 after Paula and Heather's mother unexpectedly passed away, is a member of the United States Air Force and shares daughter Eloise Rose with her husband, Phil Anderson. Drop your thoughts in the comment section below. Do you agree or disagree? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more updates. Your opinions matter, and I will see you in the next video.